welcome to our house. Why don't you come on in? When you come into our house, you can see both up the stairs and also down the stairs. This is our front entryway, so it's not too exciting. We have a mirror here so that we can check ourselves out before we leave. I also have a basket that's got some masks, like doggy poop bags, obviously our hand sanitizer, this little magnetic thing that keeps our keys in place. We also have this very boring coat rack. Up here, we also have two of our favorite photos from our wedding just posted in the hallway. So it's really the first thing that you see when you come in the house. Come on, let's go downstairs. I definitely spend a lot of time in here. This is my office and also the room that I normally film in. I have my desk right here. This is for my regular job. I work 9 to 5 and this is just all fun things I do outside of my regular working hours. I have a chair that I just got from Ikea. This was the bouquet from my wedding day that I dried out and I'm trying to keep intact for as long as humanly possible. I also have this wicker mirror and this desk is actually wicker as well. I really like wicker furniture. It reminds me of my grandma and I picked both of these things up from like Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. And a classic, my faux bamboo mirror that just stands on its own here. Take a lot of outfit pics in this one and it's usually in the corner of most of my fashion videos too. This is my comfy chair. I used to have this as my office chair and it wasn't really that great for working at. Behind me is my clothing rack. This is where I keep a lot of my favorite pieces, things that I reach for a lot. I also use this while I'm filming. If this is your first time on this channel, I actually mostly make fashion content. So when I'm filming a video, it's nice to have the looks that I'm putting together just right there for me to grab. I do have a fairly big closet and this is actually our only real closet in the house, unfortunately. And I keep a lot of my things just in bins that I don't necessarily need every day. I do have this classic Malm Ikea dresser and I just got the one that had 3 drawers. You know it's 2021 when you have this much sweat fleece. I'm sure I'm very backlit right now, but we do also have this nice window that looks out into our little sliver of backyard. This hallway itself is quite plain at the moment. We did used to have a mirror against this wall, but we recently moved it into our living room. And then you just have our one bathroom right here across from my office. Our bathroom, I would say, is just, you know, your typical bathroom. I like it. It could be bigger. If it was bigger, I'd probably like it a little bit more, but it has everything in here that we need. I try and keep things off the countertop as much as possible. Just went through a little bit of a reorganizing phase and kind of cut down on the clutter over here. Mostly, you'll see in this house, I like a lot of neutrals, particularly lots of white. So I tried to have, you know, all white towels, keep everything nice and fresh and clean in here. One of my most favorite things about our bathroom is when I have eucalyptus hanging in the shower. If you've never tried that before, it just honestly makes the whole bathroom smell nice, but especially when you're actually showering. Welcome to my living room and kitchen. This is probably a place where I spend most of my time. I definitely watch a lot of television from the sofa, eat a lot of meals on the white sofa very precariously, and it usually doesn't look this clean, to be perfectly honest with all of you. This is possibly another very backlit shot, but this couch I actually got on Craigslist. It is from Ikea, so you can certainly go out and get this sofa. I find it to be really comfortable, and it was the most affordable thing that I could find that kind of had like that cloud-like look. You may be wondering, why do we have a surfboard on our wall? Being that we're in Vancouver, we're actually close enough to Tofino where you can surf that we can go there for a long weekend, or even sometimes we go there for a little bit longer than that. Over in this corner, you can see a couple of things. First of all, giant television. I'm not one of those really aspirational people who just reads all the time and doesn't have a TV in their living room. I love watching TV. Also have this big gold mirror. It is from Ikea, but again, I got it secondhand from someone off Craigslist. We actually have 2 tables in our living room. So this acrylic table I ordered, I think from like Home Depot or Lowe's or something. I really like that it is clear, so it feels like it doesn't take up that much space. This other table is just a little like laptop table for me to sit on the couch and work. One of the things that I love most about this house is that the kitchen and living room have these big high ceilings with windows so that it does let in a little bit of light. Being that we're in a laneway house, we are in an alleyway, so we kind of have like houses and garages and different things around us. This is just a nice way to have more light in this house. And I also have some plants up there. They're pothos, and so they're supposed to be trailing down this wall, but for some reason, even though they're supposed to be easy plants to look after, they really hate me, and they're not doing so good. And then this is our kitchen. So we have kind of the essentials. We do have a dishwasher in here, which I didn't have in our last place, and I love so much. Of course, we have some of the necessities: microwave, soda stream, some blending devices. We have a toaster, and my personal favorite, the milk frother, which I use definitely every day, multiple times a day. Other than that, I don't have too much to say about this kitchen. I like it because it's usually pretty light and bright in here. And we do have this table that's like at bar height that we have some bar stools below from Sturctube. Over here, we have some wonderful things that our friends actually gave us. This plant is thriving, and this was given to us by my friends Kazan and Nick. And these were actually made by my friend Jess and given to us by her and her husband Afik. They are cross stitches of La Croix. Particularly this one is my favorite because the best flavor is coconut. I really like soda water and La Croix, okay? This is our outdoor patio, and it's one of my favorite places to spend time now that we've finally got some patio furniture and the weather is really starting to warm up in Vancouver. This couch we actually got from Walmart. It was a pretty good deal, and it does fold out to be a day bed. Got these pillows from HomeSense. I like that rattan vibe, I'm sure you can tell from the rest of the house. Have this big trunk here as a table. This is something that I've had for a long time. It actually was a trunk that my family moved to Canada with, so I always like to keep it here. We strung up some lights, of course, and then we have that little classic Ikea bistro set as well. I told you that we really like Tofino, so of course we have to have a good old Tofino poster. And in these 2 cupboards, we have a bunch of storage that I won't show you because it's embarrassingly full. When I open the door, I'm never sure if something is going to fall out or not. But in here, we have our laundry. Washer and a dryer here, obviously very convenient. In our last place, we actually had a combo washer dryer, and well, it was good because it took up less space. Certainly wasn't very convenient. As we go up the stairs here, you can see a closer look at our wedding photos. And then this is Cam's office, followed by our bedroom. This is our bedroom, and this space honestly is not super big, but It fits our bed, and we have, of course, like a media kind of console. The ceilings in this room are very strange and kind of slanted, so Cam has a closet kind of behind our media console. Unfortunately, the ceiling is very low over there, but it's kind of the only creative thing that we could possibly do to make that a usable space. One of my personal favorite things are these wavy mirrors from Ikea circa like when I was a teenager. They were the coolest thing to have. So I recently found these also on Craigslist. They were always super cheap from Ikea, so very affordable secondhand. But I like the way that it looks having 3 of them together, and of course our cutie little plant over here, and can't forget Pepper's bed. Also have my 5-minute journal, of course, on the bedside table so that I can write in it every night. My husband's office. We obviously have very different aesthetics, so he gets to have whatever he wants in here. He's a developer, so big computer, lots of computers in here. We also have a big storage cupboard in here that's kind of like a crawl space that's very handy. And I'm looking at a lot of Lego right now. There is an excessive amount of Lego in this office as well. And with that, I conclude our house tour. Thank you so much for coming with us through our Vancouver Laneway House to see how we've decorated it and what our space looks like. If you're new here, I hope that you'll consider subscribing before you click away from this video, and hope to see you next week. Bye!